Before starting this lesson, let's fix some errors in the code. To find the error, open a new terminal and run npm run build in the project folder to get all compile time errors, the TypeScript errors. We have 3 errors. Let's go for the first one. It's in the layout in app, like this. We need to import React, like this, import React. The next error is in app layout.tsx. It says we do not need to have inter font. We don't need it. And we need to import React here, like this. Save both layout files and run npm run build again. Awesome. This time there is no linting error. It collecting page data and generate static page and finalizing page optimization. Awesome. We successfully built the project, so we are ready to deploy the project on Vercel. To create Vercel Postgres database, we need to create Vercel account first. If you don't have Vercel account, go to vercel.com, select sign in button, the plan type, select hobby, enter your name and click on continue. Here we have options for login. I'm going to log in with GitHub. I already created GitHub account, so I will be authorized. And then here I have my Vercel dashboard. Click on your name at the beginning, go to the storage, select Postgres, serverless SQL, and accept. Enter a database name. I'm going to set it to next-pg-shatcn-e-commerce. Here, it's very important. You need to select the region that is close to your Next.js application that you deployed on Vercel. Here, I'm going to select Frankfurt. So you need to make it close to your Next.js application on Vercel and click on create. Awesome. Postgres store successfully created and you will be redirected to this page. Here we have the connection string, this one. To get it, click on .env.local, copy a snippet, and then go to VS Code. In Explorer, scroll down on empty space, new file, .env.local. Paste the code here. You need to use your own Postgres database. Get rid of all of this and only keep the first one. Don't use this one because I'm going to remove this database. Save .env.local and let's go for the next step. Because we have .env.local, I can add next public app name and next public app description. So if you want to customize your application name and description through environment variable, you can use this. Next step, install drizzle ORM for connecting to Postgres database through this link. Great, I just opened this link and select Vercel Postgres. Let's follow the installation steps. I just select pnpm, copy first command to install drizzle ORM and Vercel Postgres packages. Open terminal in the side-by-side window. Great, I just installed them. Go back and install the dependency for the dev dependency drizzle kit. We use this to browse database. Paste the command pnpm add -d drizzle-kit. After this, it's time to create a schema. In the empty space in Explorer, create new folder db. Inside db, create new file schema.ts. Here is the code for schema.ts. Export cons products. It's equal to pgtable. Pgtable is a function from drizzle ORM/Postgres core. What we're gonna do here is to define the structure of product in Postgres. pgtable accepts 2 parameters. The first one is the name of table in the database, and second one is the fields of this table. The first field is the primary key. The type is UUID. I'm using default random to generate random ID. It's 24 characters. And I make it primary key and it's not null. Next field is name of type text, slug text, category text. Images is an array of text, brand, text, description, text, stock integer, it's not null, price is numeric, it can have 2 decimal points, and maximum length of this number is 12 digits. It's not null, default value is 0. For rating, it's numeric. For num review, it's integer. Is featured is boolean, default is false. Banner of type text, it's the banner URL, and created at of type timestamp. Default is current time and it's not null. The third parameter to PG table is for setting index. I'm going to make a slug field unique by this function. What I'm going to return is an object. In this object, I define the unique index name product slug index, and I call unique index from drizzle ORM PG core, set the name to product slug index, and set the index on table.slug, this field. Great. I successfully created product schema on schema.ts. Let's go for next step. We need to install dev dependency, packages, PG, type of PG, and next dev. Copy this command, go to the terminal, paste the command here, and install PG and other packages in the dev dependency of package.json. Next step is creating drizzle.config.ts. It should be in the root of the project. So go to the root of project, right click here, new file, drizzle.config.ts. Here is the code for drizzle config. What we did is to load environment config from nextenv and pass CWD from node process as parameter to this. By having this, all fields inside .env.local will be loaded to this file. Then import define config from the drizzle kit, and then call define config and export defaulted. As parameter to define config, we need to pass dialect, it's PostgreSQL, schema, file address, it's db/schema.ts, the output folder for the drizzle stuff, it's the drizzle folder, and this parameter is very important, it's db credential to pass the Postgres URL. Pass an object that contains URL, and the URL is coming from the environment variable, the Postgres URL. Let's go for next step. It's applying schema.ts to the database on Versal using this command. By running npx drizzle kit push, it will create a new table on the Versal Postgres database. Let's test it if we have that table from a schema on the Versal. To test it, run this command, npx drizzle kit studio. By running this, we have this link here. Control click on it to open it on a new window. Here I have product table. It's a Postgres database viewer, the drizzle kit studio, and it shows list of all table. If I click on a table, I will have all fields. Here you can see all columns on this table. Good. So far, we successfully connected to the Postgres database and created product table using a schema file, and we are ready for next step. It's creating seed file. We are going to seed sample products to the database. Go to db folder, create seed.ts. Here is the code for seed.ts. Like the drizzle config, import cwd and load config. Also, we need to import the drizzle from the drizzle ORM node-postgres and import client from PG, Postgres package. Then import everything from a schema and import sample data from live folder. In line 10, we load environment variable from .env.local and define main function as an async function and then call it at the end. In the main function, create try catch block, then create a new client. Client is coming from PG, and pass connection string to the client function. After that, await client.connect. By running this line, we connected to the Postgres database. Then call drizzle from the drizzle orm/node Postgres and pass client as parameter to drizzle. Get an instance of database from this function. What I'm gonna do here is to delete all products by calling db.delete and then passing products from a schema object. Schema is coming from the schema.ts. After this, it's time to insert sample data. So first of all, I deleted all records inside the products table and then call db.insert, set the table that I'm going to insert into its product, schema.product. The values is coming from sample data.products from live folder, and then by calling returning, I get the inserted data to the res products. Then end the client, end the connection, and console log sample inserted products. If there is an error, show the error to the user. Awesome. Let's run this command. To run it, simply open a new terminal and call npx space tsx space the address of ts file. It's ./db/seed. Press yes to install tsx and wait a while. Awesome. To get inserted data. Here, as you see, we have res products, array of product. Here is the array, the ID of created product, number 1, number 2, 3, and 4. Let's go back to the browser, refresh the studio page, and here we have sample products with 4 products. Awesome. In this lesson, we successfully created Postgres database on Vercel and installed drizzle ORM, connected to the Postgres database. We created a schema and we seeded sample data to the product table. In the next lesson, we connect to this table and load data from database instead of sample data on live folder. Until that lesson, bye-bye.